Do you make no original content? Are you annoyed because other people are becoming more successful than you? Then what you need to do is make a baseless, factless video targeting another YouTuber with no valid points. Oh, and disable ratings as well, you know, because you don't want people to actually show their opinion. How's it going, everyone? iDubbbz TV here. Well, I think most people know at this point that YouTube is pretty much a cesspool where arguments and fights break out daily, and there's always a man with his comedic popcorn ready to report on it. Well, today, there's a bit of beef between H3H3 Productions and SOFLOANTONIO. Now, I don't even need to give the details of the story without everyone knowing how one-sided this argument's gonna be. Let's be fair. No one likes SOFLOANTONIO on the internet, and H3H3 seems to be this demigod that's descended from the heavens, sharing his fupa with everyone, so everyone praise the fupa, please. One like equals one fupa, thanks guys. So H3H3 in the past has made a lot of videos on SOFLOANTONIO. I mean, who can blame the guy? SoFlo just literally walks into trash and drama on a daily basis. Whether it's his incredibly forced pranks or pranks that he didn't even make himself and he took them from other channels. H3H3 at this point is basically like Nicolas Cage in The National Treasure. He's spelunking in those caves to find the hidden tomb of the SOFLOANTONIO hierarchy to see if he can get any dirt for his next video. But SOFLOANTONIO couldn't take it anymore. He couldn't take the drama and the hate, even though it was all perfectly justified. So, in retaliation, he made a really shitty video called H3H3 Productions Exposed. And Ethan looks like he wants to fucking die in the thumbnail.
Hey guys, it's SOFLO, and I have some very sad news for some of you guys. And I'm just going to suggest everyone to take a quick little seat, because this is going to become really hard to some of you guys.
Now, with an intro as deep and heart-wrenching as that, something very important that we need to actually sit down for. I mean, most of us are on our fucking computers, so we probably are sat down. You think with an intro like that, Ethan would have killed himself or something, you know, something that would actually justify us watching a SOFLOANTONIO video. No, that was just SOFLOANTONIO using the old bait and switch, you know, building up a lot of feelings and then just dropping a really shit video. It's incredibly easy to manipulate people by choosing specific words or having certain music on in the background. Look at this, if I stick some sad music in the end, like fucking Gandalf dying from Lord of the Rings or something, you'd instantly think it'd be 100 times worse than what the video is actually talking about.
Hey guys, it's SOFLO, and I have some very sad news for some of you guys. And I'm just going to suggest everyone to take a quick little seat. It's about H3H3 Productions, aka your boy, Ethan Klein.
Did anyone feel that quick shot of cringe run up their spine when he said that? Is it just me?
aka your boy, Ethan Klein.
Someone needs to make a set of wallpapers of all the cringy faces that SOFLOANTONIO does, because he does at least 5 per video at this point.
So I'm going to be telling you guys the true story about H3H3 Productions. How did H3H3 Productions become famous? Where did he come from? How did he become an internet god? Well, let's scroll down to find out. Where did it all start?
I feel that he's talking with a lot of spite in his voice, like, how did H3H3 become undeserved internet sensation?
It started with this video, wiping. Let's open it up.
I feel like I would like to be a comedian.
And this is where it all started. He would like to be a comedian. But you know what happened? Ethan Klein did not succeed. When he first uploaded this video, he realized that there was a lot of trouble. There were people that didn't want to watch his videos. His videos were only getting 100, 200, 500 views. He was tired of it. He knew he had to find a new way out, a new way to get more views, a new way to manipulate the whole entire internet to become his minions.
See, this is a running trend with SOFLO. He seems to make a slightly valid point and then totally fucks it up by being incredibly aggressive with it. I've spoken to Ethan personally, and from what little I've spoken to him, I do remember him saying that he's always wanted to go into comedy, like whether that be stand-up or something like that, but people find ways to grow. Maybe doing the comedy skits before the reactions didn't get him that much growth, and what? If he wanted to try something else, that's fine. Like with me, for example, I did montage parodies, but after making them for about 1.5 years, I just got absolutely sick of them. I just found it really mundane and repetitive, and I just didn't want to make them anymore. And thankfully, because of you guys, you understood why I wanted to switch switch over, and I've still got quite a big following after such a huge switch. So in the aspect that SoFlo is saying Ethan switched content, that is true. You can't twist that. It's a fact. Ethan did switch content, but did he do it to manipulate people or get the upper hand? No, I'm sure he had his reasons, but just because you're stating a fact and then twisting it doesn't mean it's right.
Even Ethan Klein, who accused me of stealing videos, which I licensed, and he himself stole videos to start off. And he still does, guys. Watch this. Not his video. Example number 2. Again, not his video.
Again, SoFlo is just making really shitty points. Like, I'm actually amazed, you know, I thought this guy would be some, like, master manipulator twisting words, but he's literally making the most bullshit arguments. Like, for example, Ethan stealing other people's videos. Yes, he's using other people's videos within his video, but it's transformative and falls well under fair use. You know, it's not like he's directly re-uploading these videos, he's using them in a way that qualifies as fair use, so again, I don't see what argument he's trying to make here. I feel like he's just grabbing at straws at this point, and he's literally trying to find any kind of dirt he can to kind of twist it on him. You see a lot of stuff like this on, for example, Drama Alert. When Keemstar calls someone out, what they'll do is they'll do some kind of video like exposing Keemstar, and they'll bring up really bad points and almost try and find dirt on Keemstar to kind of turn the tables without actually trying to justify themselves first.
Damn, even this Jurassic Park rip, not his video. All copyright, all copyright, all copyright, all copyright. All he talks about me is about how I steal videos. Let's get back to you, Ethan. All you do is steal videos. You became big off other people's content.
What I love about YouTubers like this is that they have no understanding or concept of what fair use is as a whole. There's definitely a difference between taking a video, reacting to it and giving your opinion on it, and I mean reacting in a good way, not just like Jinx staring at the video blankly for 5 minutes. I mean really giving your opinion, you know, throwing in little skits and punchlines and stuff like that to actually make the video worth watching, so they're not just watching the video because you're re-uploading it in its entirety, but because you add your own opinion and you can shine as a personality. But what SoFlo does on the other hand is he makes pretty cringy pranks, and then the other half of the pranks aren't even his. He says that they're licensed or they are his property or something like that, but at the end of the day, you're just a hypocrite, because even though what you've done is legal, it's still worse because you're just taking someone else's video and re-uploading it in its entirety. Just because you've got a permit or some legal statement that says you can, doesn't mean it's any better.
At the end of the day, I think you're just someone that's a little bit butthurt because at first, you didn't have it easy. But the funny thing is that all of us YouTubers went through the same thing you did.
Now what SoFlo's trying to do is pull the sympathy card and basically say how all of us YouTubers had it hard, growing and, you know, staying consistent and staying relevant. And I do have to admit, to an extent, Ethan is quite protective of his work. I think I coughed in a video like 10 years ago, and he sent me a cease and desist letter because he thought I was trying to copy his trademark cough. But at the end of the day, I think SoFlo's argument is pretty much 100% flawed. He's grabbing at straws, trying to make very incredibly flawed points against Ethan. He's not even trying to justify his own points. He's not even trying to accept things that Ethan is saying. He's literally trying to turn the tables on Ethan by finding dirt on him, which is the most petty thing you can do. That's literally trying to put out drama by starting more drama instead of actually trying to resolve it first and take it from there. Honestly, at this point, this is literally just the sandpaper effect. He's trying to justify things by hating on other people, and therefore it's just going to cause the snowball effect of more hate on him. So from now on, you'll probably see ratings and comments disabled on all of SOFLOANTONIO's videos because he can't take other people's opinions and the hate is just going to get out of control. And let's be fair, SoFlo, like, you've got that amazing nose that can probably double up as a bottle opener, but dude, Ethan's got the fupa. You can't go up against the fupa. Be sure to comment down below what you want me to talk about next. And let's go for another like goal today, kids. 1 like, and I will send you 1 fupa. I will cut off a man's fupa and send it to you in the mail.
E